All right, thank you everybody for joining the mPower DJ Network online bi-weekly meeting. We're going to start out today with the introductions as usual. Today we're going to start with my homie DJ Crank.
What's up? Hey, DJ Crank, El Paso, Texas. What we need a whole, how many years DJ and all that stuff, or we just good to go?
1 minute introduction is cool.
All right. Been DJing for about 20-something years. Been all hip-hop, you know, pretty much everything, open format. Can't wait to get the hell out of El Paso, Texas. That's it.
All right. I'm not sure if DJ Danny T is going to be able to chime in. He's multitasking. He's on the call, but he got some school stuff going on at the same time. So we're going to go to my man iDub.
What's up, DJ iDub here, Seoul, South Korea. I've been DJing for about 2.5 years now. Just in and out of different events around here. Not DJing any clubs anymore, but at this time, but just doing special events alongside with DJ Hunt. So here I am.
All right, that's what it is. All right, DJ iRule.
All right, it's DJ iRule out here right outside of Washington, D.C., in Landover, Maryland. I've been DJing 13 years, and I run my own DJ service, Groove Steady Entertainment, and also have a radio show Monday night, TrueSchoolRadio.net, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time.
I'll be checking in.
All right.
All right. Rodney seems like might be having technical issues. He's hopping on and off. DJ Iceman.
What's up, y'all? DJ Iceman, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Now representing the 253, lovely Tacoma, Washington. Been DJing 32 years, and happy to be here.
Sean Claude Van Dam.
All right, I'm DJ J Rock. You may know me from the group. Been DJing for a minute now. Stopped DJing in '96. Started back DJing in 2012 with my wife, DJ Beloved. She forced me to come out of DJ retirement.
Yeah.
What's up?
And want to introduce yourself, Beloved?
Wait, let me finish.
All right, well, she's in the middle of doing something right now, off camera. But she says hi. All right, I just want to thank everybody for joining, and I want to ask everybody who's not presenting to mute your mic. That way, once the presentation starts, you know, everybody can hear clearly with minimum echoes and stuff. And if you have a question, hit the chat box, and then we'll, you know, call you to ask your question. And I'm gonna hand the stage over to my homie DJ Iceman.
Thank you. All right, so today we are going to talk about a few things: marketing, branding, and what I call getting your numbers up. In the last 7 years since I've been DJing, I actually got myself back on the map doing YouTube videos. I do little rants here and there. That sort of started building up my audience, so to speak. And just from there, anything social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Clout, and I'm going to tell you about all this stuff here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I've been building my numbers up. Now, for a lot of y'all may say, well, what's the importance of that? Well, when clients come to see, you know what I'm saying, look at your resume, you know what I'm saying, a lot more of them nowadays are actually starting to look towards social media. I know a lot of cats have been getting gigs just off their YouTube videos alone. So, I mean, if you can get that audience bigger, why not? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you how to use some of these different social media to actually help your business out. Now, just for an example, my numbers over the last 6-7 years, I have 7,000 YouTube subscribers. over 2 million YouTube views. Okay, when I post a video, I average anywhere between 4 to 10,000 views per video. I have 140,000 Twitter followers. I have 7,000 Instagram followers. I have a little over 15,000 on my DJ like page. Now, oh, and also I have my own personal website, djiceman.net, that gets about 1,100 hits a day. And these are unique hits, you know what I'm saying, unique visitors, different IPs. All right, so now when I go to a company and say, hey, listen, are y'all doing any DJ sponsorships? The two questions that you're always going to hear, whether it's a wedding client, whether it's you're asking for a sponsorship, a club, or whatever, the two questions they're going to ask you, who are you and what have you done? Always, well, what have you done? What parties have you done? What clubs have you worked at? You know, who sponsored you before? Well, I can go and show them these numbers. Listen, I've done this, this, and that. I'm sponsored by XYZ company, and that holds a lot more weight and consideration. Okay, now the way I got these numbers, a lot of hard work. Like on Twitter, for example, when you go to your Twitter page, right on your right-hand side, they're going to have a little block that says people you should follow or suggested followers. What I used to do is I used to open that page, and I still do it from time to time, and I'd follow everybody on that list until I couldn't follow no more. I'd follow 200, 300, 400 people a day. Okay, then I let it go for a week. Then I go back into it on Friday, and then whoever hasn't followed me back, I unfollow them, and then the next Monday I go through the whole list again. All right, that really builds up your followers. Usually when you deal with your clients, if you do like a lot of weddings, don't be afraid to get their Twitter addresses. You know, get the Twitter names, get their email addresses, okay? Because this actually works when you're on Twitter and you're about to go do the wedding, all right? Hey, I'm about to do, you know, Chad and Jolene's wedding, all right? When they see that on Twitter, they're like, oh, wow, you know. And this also helps, like when you do specials or something, or when you do club nights, or when you're doing something else other than like your weddings. If you like, say you're doing a club night, you have all this information. You have the Twitters, you have the emails, so you can say, hey, listen, I'm doing such and such club, which I like to come out. And that, you know, it helps. You know, as far as the YouTube, always be consistent when you post videos. When you're going out and you're doing stuff, I'll say for every 5 events, do 3 gig logs. All right? Show everything from, you know, you leaving the house to setting up to the actual event, you know, to breaking down. And if you can, you know, like if you're doing a wedding, have the bride and groom come in and do a short interview with them. All right? Put that in your gig log, because now when people see that, they're like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? They see what they're getting. All right, and in turn, they more than likely they'll subscribe because they want to keep seeing what you're doing. And this is something else that you can show the clients, especially if you get the clients in there talking about you. All right, because the whole thing of getting your numbers up is to have people talking about you. All right, and this is especially good if you're trying to get sponsors. All right, because being sponsored, you're nothing more than an advertising agent. You're getting eyes on product, all right? You know, I just recently got a sponsorship from a lighting company, all right? They sent me a really nice slim par light, and I did a little review for them, and it's that give and take, okay? Because now that you're getting sponsors, all right, that's going to cut a lot of your costs, all right? Imagine if you didn't have to go out and spend the thousands of dollars that you spend on lighting. Because you're sponsored. You got guys sending you lights. You know, same thing with when I was sponsored by Vestax. I got, you know, a bunch of controllers, you know, $1,200 controllers for free because I was sponsored. You know, and getting your numbers up is a really good way of getting sponsors, because that's the first thing they're going to ask you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how can, you know, how many followers do you have? How are you going to get this product seen? How are you going to get the word out about this product? You know, and use everything to your advantage. you know, just like you would do for your DJ website, just like you would do for any part of your business, it's the same thing. When you're out, take pictures. Put the pictures on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Follow everybody you can on Instagram. They'll follow you back. That's a following. Same thing. If you have to just make a regular like page for your DJ business on Facebook, do that. Get as many likes as you can for that DJ page. 9 times out of 10, your likes are going to come from past clients, and that's going to attract future clients. Same thing with your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Get as many Twitter followers as you can. And once you get those numbers, then it's about interacting. You always have to interact with your people. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Hey, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Put pictures up. Do this, that, and the third. And I'm going to show you a way to actually be active, especially on Twitter. You're going to be active on Twitter without being active on Twitter. Some really cool stuff. If you go to your Twitter settings, you're going to see an apps tab. All right, when you click that apps tab, you can link your Facebook and your Twitter. Okay, the good point of that is when you link your Facebook and your Twitter, what happens is every time you post something on Facebook, it goes out as a tweet on your Twitter. So now you're doing twice the work. You know, you're getting twice the exposure with just doing one thing. Now, some people, you know what I'm saying, may not want to have their personal Facebook linked to their Twitter. All right, but this is why you have a like page for your DJ business as well, because once you link those together, anything you put on Twitter will now go to your DJ like page. All right, so once again, you're getting double the exposure. All right, if you don't want to sit on Twitter all day and write out tweets, which none of us like to do, they have a thing called Clout. All right, Klout. All right, and it's basically a social media monitor. All right, you can link up your Instagram, your Facebook, and your Twitter. The good thing about Clout is you can actually have a list of tweets saved. Just different things, you know, you want tweeted out. You can save it and actually schedule them for a week and a half to 2 weeks out. So that way, you're not constantly on Twitter, but you're constantly on Twitter because these things are scheduling and tweeting for you every 45 minutes or so. Okay, and it's totally free. All right, a lot of these things that I'm telling you is totally free, don't cost no money. All you have to do is just put the time in. Okay, Crank, you couldn't get it to link to your DJ page. Usually, once you click the app page, what'll happen is you'll see a little drop down list. You see like a little drop down. If you click that arrow, you should see all the pages that you manage, and you should be able to link it from there. And I wish I could have had a screen share or something to show y'all how to do it, but if y'all can just get me on through Twitter. You can do it through Twitter. And if y'all have any other questions, y'all can easily, you know what I'm saying, just get at me and I'll walk you through everything. All right. And another good thing with Clout, all right, once you link all this stuff into your Clout, it gives you a score. All right. And this is basically, you know what I'm saying, how much influence you have on social media. All right. Which is pretty good because at one time there were companies that was actually looking at Clout scores. All right, when they decided who to take, when they look at social media. All right, and it's nice to know where you stand. Just for an example, my current Clout score is 72. All right, which is not bad. Now, considering that Barack Obama's Clout score is 89, see what I'm getting at here? You know what I'm saying? And this is stuff that, you know, this is something else you can use, you know. Now, somebody asked me, especially with the Twitter followers, about buying followers. This is one of those things that's a really, really touchy subject. Only because, all right, if you buy followers, 9 times out of 10, the followers you get are fake accounts or inactive accounts. They don't work, you know what I'm saying? They're just there to pump your numbers up. All right, but here's something I found out within the last 8 months that I thought was really amazing. That somebody like, let's say somebody goes out and buys like 1,000 followers. All right, so they have these followers. Now what happens is people see this and they're like, well, okay, why are all these people following this person? And then they wind up following. So in turn, buying those followers will actually get you real organic followers, which I found was like really crazy. It was nuts. And then what happens is, after a while, every once in a while, Twitter will do a purge, and they'll wipe out all the fake followers. It happened like 2 years ago. People were jumping out of windows. Oh my God. Because I mean, like 1 billion or so followers got snatched up. You know what I'm saying? They did it on YouTube not that long ago. Like something like 8 billion views was taken away. And I'm talking about from like major stars. Like I know Justin Bieber lost like 5 million followers, and Rihanna lost like 8 million followers. But that's from all these companies going out and buying followers. You know what I'm saying? So, and they're starting to do these purges more and more often. All right, so it's really up to you if you want to go out and buy followers, because then after a while you just start getting all these random, you get real followers, but they're real random. You'll get followers that have nothing to do with what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? My advice is go ahead and just go after the actual followers. Don't buy them. You know what I'm saying? Keep the followers targeted to what you want to do. If you do weddings, then you want to have wedding vendors on your Twitter account. You want to have, if you do your own lighting, if you want rental companies, anything that has to do with weddings, wedding expos, have them on your Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You want to network as much as possible. Okay, DJ Clank says, on Instagram and Twitter, I'm already working. You suggest adding comments on famous people's actors' pages. You know what? A lot of times you want to try to avoid a lot of the famous people just because you're going to wind up getting lost in the shuffle. If you put somebody like, out of the blue, Snoop Dogg, if you put a comment on Snoop Dogg's page, you know how many comments he gets every hour, every minute? You know what I'm saying? And they cycle through. So you can put it on there, and it'll probably be up for like that long. So, I mean, do you really want to risk that, you know what I'm saying, in hopes that he might see your comment? I would say just, you know what I'm saying, keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? Especially with people that you have access to. Do you have any suggestions on selecting partners with who to seek sponsorships? Basically anything that's going to help you. All right. So I mean, it also helps to, if you really believe in a product, if you stand behind a product, then why not? You know what I'm saying? You're already supporting them by buying a product. All right. Let them know. I had a friend of mine who just got sponsored by Native Instruments. All right, Tractor. All right. All he did was every time he posts something, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, he would just hashtag Team Tractor. After a while, they picked up on it and started looking at him. It was like, oh, wow, okay, well, you're really supporting us. They offered him a full sponsorship, sent them mixers and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, if it's something that you really support, if you like American DJ lighting, all right, support them. Hey, you know what I'm saying, I love this, these are the lights that I use. I use, such and such lights, and tag them, whatever you can, post a picture of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing is closed mouths don't get fed. 90% of the sponsorships I have, I asked for. Hey, listen, that's when you start hitting them on the Instagram and the Twitter. All right? Hey, you know what I'm saying, are y'all doing any sponsorships? You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you have any open sponsorship slots? Hey, I would like to be sponsored by you. How do I go about doing that? 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, they'll get back to you and let you know. You know, especially if you're a real supporter of the product. You know what I'm saying? If they see that you're supporting them, then they're not gonna mind supporting you right back. You know, that's what it was with me and Style Flip. You know, when you know I would just I swap out my skins like every season. So I have something for the winter, I have something for the spring, the fall, or whatever. I bought so much stuff from Style Flip. They was like, "Hey, listen, you want a sponsorship? Hey, I'll take it." You know. Now I don't get my stuff for free, but I get 75% off. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. You know. Common terms for sponsorship is just that sponsorship. you know. You know. I mean, I tell everybody, yes, I'm a sponsored DJ. This is who I'm sponsored by. You know, so when you ask them, you know what I'm saying, ask them, hey, listen, do you have any sponsorship stocks? Because 9 times out of 10, they actually, every company has somebody who actually works on just that. You know, network and sponsorships. And as far as, you know, getting yourself out there, once again, you know, there's always ways of getting stuff out there. You know, getting your name out there. You know, business cards. You know, I know everybody knows a place. Actually, no, there's not a character limitation with Cloud. Once you go on Cloud, you know, you just link up all your networks, and that's another good one too, LinkedIn. I know a lot of people are on LinkedIn, and that's a good way to network as well. You know, but as far as like business cards, getting those out, you know, you can always catch a good seller like Vistaprint, because right now Vistaprint is doing 500 business cards for $9.99. You know, flyers. You know, if you have Photoshop, I was just talking to somebody on the network the other day about doing flyers in Photoshop. There are, you know, all you have to do is Google. If you're not good at doing it from the ground up, just Google free templates, free party flyer templates, and you'll get a ton of sites that give you a ton of templates. All you gotta do is put it in Photoshop, switch to match everything else around that you need. Boom, you have a flyer. You know, if you don't have a website, if you can't afford a website, Wix, W-I-X, they do free websites. You know what I'm saying? Everything on there is drag and drop. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy to set up. I started with a free Wix site. So, you know, get that done. Um, if you really want to, you know, wild out and start balling, you know, get you a mobile app. Blackvibes.com. They do free mobile apps. You know, and those, once again, drag and drop, real simple, free mobile apps. And you can upgrade those as well. You know, you can go from the free mobile app to, like, you know, better ones. Or I think, as a matter of fact, Wix, if you do a website with Wix, you can actually turn that website into a mobile app for free as well. So, and that's something else to show your clients. You know, when you're out there, hey, here's my mobile app. You know what I'm saying? If you know, if you don't have time to check out my website right now, hey, I have a mobile app. Here it is. Check it out. You know, explain. Let me grab my phone real quick about some mobile apps. And let me plug in my phone. And I'll show you my mobile app. How do you go about getting views on YouTube? Um, Basically, once you post your video, all right, it's just about sharing the link. You know what I'm saying? You get a little link up top when your video is done, and, you know, go on your Facebook, share it. Go on your Twitter, share it. Go on your Instagram, share it. You know, and the good thing, you know, about YouTube is that it's on the web. So, you know, that's something else. That's something else for your arsenal. You know what I'm saying? If you have your phone, if you have your tablet with you, and you're with a client, you know, especially if you're doing gig logs. Gig logs are so important when you're doing these videos, because when you can show an event that you're doing, you know what I'm saying, the client is more likely to look and be like, oh, okay, I want something like that, or I want that, but can you switch that? They actually have something to look at. And okay, so I have my phone up. don't know if you can see it, but oops, right up here in the corner, that is my mobile app. So if I go into it, and so this is basically most of the blogs that I've written. I have a couple of my YouTube videos on there. Pick a small photo gallery, and this is just a real simple app. You know what I'm saying? But it's something to show clients. You know what I'm saying? The more that you can show the more you can show potential clients, you know what I'm saying, the more they're going to want to buy into what you have. So as far as blogging apps, the funny thing is I have so much stuff I don't even keep up with all of it. I'm pretty sure I have a Tumblr. I know I have a Pinterest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just never on them. But that's something I'm gonna have to actually get back on as well and start expanding with those, because I know Pinterest is really taken off over the last year. That's more of a picture app. Um, as far as blogging goes, most of my blogs are on my website. Everything I do, what I'm saying, that's real big, I always circle back to my website. And that's how I get a lot of my bookings as well. They book through my website. And being that I don't do like a lot of, traditional like corporate events or weddings and stuff like that, I have to take a totally different approach to how I market myself and how I do things. Because my main aim is to collect sponsors and, have people look at my website. So a lot of what I do on my website, besides my DJ stuff, is, I have my own mixtapes that I host on my website. Because for you guys that do mixtapes and stuff like that, that Piff and that Crack and all them mixtape sites, they're good for exposure. But once again, you have so many people doing it, you get lost in the shuffle. All right, and plus, especially on sites like DatPiff, they sell advertising. All right, most of the advertising is sold on your download link. So you'll have your little page, and they'll splash the ad across it. So basically, they're making money off of what you're doing. All right. So if your aim is to monetize that, why not see all the profits and put everything on your website? If you're gonna sell mixtapes, why not do it on your website? If you're gonna sell merch and T-shirts and whatever, put all that on your website. So that way, everything comes to you. You're not having to worry about this person taking a percentage off of this for hosting and this, that, and the third. Everything comes straight to you. Me personally, like usually when there's a big fight or something, I host it on my website for free. All right, because I know like May 2nd, yeah, they're pretty much gonna break my server when I show the Pacquiao Mayweather fight. But the thing is, all right, with them going to the site, I get the most mixtape downloads when I host a fight. Because they'll go and they'll watch the fight and they'll be like, oh, well, he has mixtapes. Oh, he does this, he does that. Well, let me check it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I drive traffic to my site. You always have to be willing to think outside the box when you're building a fan base. Like I said, always, if you can't get, Twitter addresses and, I don't know about friending clients on Facebook. That's, that may be a line that certain clients don't want to cross. All right, but always keep it with Twitter and always keep their email addresses, because that way when you're doing something, you already have an email list full of clients that you can send everything out to. All right, because I know a lot of DJs, when it gets slow, they may want to run a special. Okay, well, I'm doing a special for the summertime, half off on the parties or something. You can send that whole email list, that same special, all right, and, they can get back to you. So, does anybody have any other questions? Anybody?
Yeah, I have one question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a sponsor? Have you ever had a sponsor come to you and say, "Hey, we want you to talk about, we want to sponsor you, but you have to drop company X."
No.
No,
I've never had that,
never had that happen,
which is a good
which is a
thing.
good thing.
But there are.
Or
Might have a mic
we have a
on.
mic on.
I'm echoing. All right. Some companies will have an exclusivity clause. Saying, well, if you're sponsored by us, then you can't use this, and that. And that's just a part of doing business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're sponsored by Honda, obviously they don't want you driving Fords. But I've never had anybody tell me to drop a sponsor to be sponsored by them. Now, um, if y'all ever, for those of you who've seen my videos and actually on my Facebook, y'all know I really don't care. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying, with the language and everything, but I'm honest. All right. So now I've had a company tell me, listen, we like you, but you gotta tone it down. You gotta, stop with the wildness. All right. And for that, I actually passed them up. Just for the simple fact is, the people who watch me expect certain things from me. They know how I am. They know, that I'm gonna give it to them honest. You know, and for me to compromise myself just to get that sponsorship. I'm doing myself a disservice, and I'm doing a disservice to the people who follow me. You know, and just as a walkthrough on sponsorships. You know, my number one rule is don't be a whore for product. Do not whore yourself out for product. Don't sit up here and say, "Oh yes, I use XYZ and it's the greatest thing since pants with pockets," and it's not. All right. If you give legitimacy to a piece of crap, number one, people are gonna follow your advice. So if they go and follow this and they find out it's a piece of crap, that looks bad on you. All right. Now there are ways to say, saying this is a piece of crap without outright saying it, being diplomatic about it, but always be honest. Always give your honest opinion and honest feedback. And a lot of the times the companies appreciate that as well. Because if they're not up to par, they want to know what they can do to fix the problem. And by you sitting here co-signing something that's BS, that's not helping anybody. So always be honest, never be a whore for product. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, what else? Let me go into my little guidebook here that I have. So you always want to be honest about, and you always want to, if you're fake about something, people are gonna see that. People that are watching are really gonna see that. They're gonna be like, oh, he don't really use that. He's just doing that for the paycheck. So like I said, if you really, closed mouths don't get fed. If you really believe in a product and you want to be sponsored, ask. What's the worst they can say is no. Say no, we don't have any sponsorship slots right now. No, we're not doing this right now. Okay, cool, whatever. And then I'm here. Oh, there we go. So of course, first thing you want to do is build your numbers, get your numbers up. You want You never want to be a whore for product, and you know, use use all your social media outlets to your advantage. All right, because usually when somebody sponsors me, all right, I usually do a package for them. All right, okay, so if you're gonna send me product, all right, here are my numbers. This is what I do. All right, so you'll get a review video. Now, if it's a good or bad review, if it's a good or bad review, that just depends on the product. All right, I'm not. I tell them I'm not gonna BS my viewers. If it's a bad product, I'm gonna let them know. All right, so be prepared for that. All right, but I may do a review video. You're gonna get constant promo throughout my social media. All right. Once again, this is where Hootsuite comes in because you can actually do a little sponsor tweet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, check out such and such by this company and schedule them out. So that way you won't constantly doing it. All right. So it shows up, every once in a while on your Twitter, and it also, goes on your Facebook like page. All right. I do that, and uh, and I also give them. I have a sponsor section on my website. All right. So when people go to my website, they see my sponsors. Now I also have, the sponsor logos. So every time somebody clicks onto that logo, it jumps directly to their website. All right, sponsors love that. They eat that shit up. Trust me. Anything that's going to get them to the website and have people buying product, they love it. Okay, even if it gets them a look, and that usually gets me over. You know what I'm saying? Of course, all the time when I'm out, even before I go to a gig, like with my headphone sponsors, I'll take a picture of my headphones and put it on Instagram, or I have somebody take a picture of me using it during the gig. You know, just so they can see that I'm actually using a product, that people are actually seeing the product, and that way, when it's time to get more product, they have no problem sending it to me. Okay, and referrals. Now, if this is where the companies are really, really gonna love you. All right, because if you really believe in a product, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna tell somebody about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I just got these lights. Yo, these dope. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you need to get some. You know what I'm saying? Usually, if you're sponsored by a company, they'll ask them for a referral code or a buddy code or something. So that way, when somebody uses it, the company knows that you sent them. You know what I'm saying? And once again, if you're making a company money, they're gonna love you forever. You're sending them people, so they're like, hey, why not keep sponsoring this person? They're sending us people. So referrals work. You know what I'm saying? If you love it, tell people about it. You know what I'm saying? Let people know and have them go, get it too. And a lot of times, what I'm saying, you may want to start small. Okay, so you may not get the big, American DJ sponsorship right off the bat. Do something local. Maybe there's a local spot that you like. You may want to get sponsored from. Maybe you might want to work a deal with a rental company. Hey, listen, what I'm saying, I'm taking sponsors right now. I'll put you up on my website for X amount of months. If you give me a discount on renting your gear. Put them on as a sponsor, and because all those little local sponsors will add up, because once these big people start seeing, okay, well, he has this sponsor and this sponsor and that sponsor and that sponsor, hey, maybe we should put something behind this guy. And plus it's always good for community relations. When you do something in the community, when you have local sponsors in the community will want to get behind you as well. So I mean, and it doesn't even have to be anything big. Maybe one day in the summer you go down to the local boys and girls club and DJ an event. I mean, hey, this is sponsored by the local, I'm throwing this jam and it's sponsored by the local boys and girls club. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when you actually get out into the community, and people, see you, what I'm saying, they'll be more apt to, hire you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, weren't you the ones that were DJing the Boys and Girls Club? Hey, we like what you did, and that's a good way to get bookings. Get out in your community and do stuff. You know, are you making money from YouTube? Um, you know what? I am a YouTube partner. After you do a certain amount of numbers, YouTube will come at you with a partnership. All right, and to be honest, all right, it's okay, but you're not gonna make any real money on it. All right, unless you're doing millions and millions of views per video. All right, because basically they're click ads. So basically, all those little ads you see across the YouTube videos, and skip this ad and stuff like that, you make money every time somebody click those ads, but it's really not a lot. All right, with all the views that I have, I think last month I made like $6.50 off the ads. All right, so I mean, unless you're like Justin Bieber or somebody, people are constantly clicking those ads, you're not gonna really make a lot of money. Okay, DJ Dre said, "What product are you behind?" Right now, um, Ecstatic and Pro X Lighting. All right, they're my new sponsors, and they have a slim par light. Now, I'm not big into lighting. All right, I never was really into the whole light thing. All right, but for my first light, all right, my first actual real professional light, that slim par that I have is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dope because it does so much stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can strobe it. I can actually have one color and use it as an uplight. It's sound activated, so I can actually have that going. DMX and all that. So that's pretty good. Um, I also stand behind my Newmark NS7. That is one of the best DJ controllers on the market. I'm waiting to get the money so I can upgrade to the NS7 II. But I mean, for what it is, the NS7 is dope. Um, Vestax. My Vestax VCI 380 is one of the best small controllers out there. Love it. Um, I just got a new sponsorship with Listen Headphones, LSTN headphones. Now, the headphones themselves are not DJ headphones. All right, they're not like the Technics headphones. They're not like the Pioneer headphones, but they are really nice. All right, wood grain. I mean, they look cool. You know, they do the job they're supposed to do. I hook them up into my DJ equipment. They do the job. All right, but they're not specifically DJ headphones. Hold on, let me run real quick and show you the light. Let me go get it real quick.
While Iceman goes and get the light, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And don't forget, make sure y'all hit up the question box. This is the perfect time to get your questions answered. And I know I'm taking some notes, so I want to step up my social media game and get like 60 million views on YouTube to get a $10 check.
Bang, bang, she got it.
All right, so here's the actual light. Oh, just like this bad boy in. Oh. That's my remote and. So, I mean, it's not a bad little light. Let me turn this thing off. So you have your DMX out, have your power out so you can daisy chain them. Have your little menu in the back. Let me turn the menu on. So you can actually cycle your programs and no, unfortunately, it's not battery powered. It would have been really dope if it was. I would have loved it even more if it was battery powered. Um, last time I checked, the price was $119. So, and I'll shoot you a link to the review actually, and then it has all the links in the description of the review. What's up? It's your boy DJ Iceman. I'm sitting. Yeah, if it was battery powered, it would have been super dope. All right, so any other questions?
From a branding standpoint, can you tell us some things that we absolutely should not do?
You really don't want to spam a lot. You don't want to get on every Facebook group or on every Facebook page with your, with your DJ company and spamming everybody's posts. As far as out and about, you don't want to be like aggravating with the flyers. You don't want to like start flyering everybody's car. I mean, that was good back in the days, but now it just gets annoying after a while. But I know you don't like it when you come and, especially after the club, you get out the club and there's like 10 flyers on your car. Stuff you especially not going to check out. You want, especially when you do flyers and you do business cards and stuff like that, you want to try to make them look as professional as possible. Even if you don't have a lot of money, there are ways to make things look really professional. Because I mean, even though you're not working with a lot, you don't need to let them know that. Because I mean, 9 times out of 10, unless you have somebody who's a real like lighting freak or something, they're not going to know that you're working with $89 lights. So always try to look as professional as possible. It's always nice to have a good logo too. Like I've gone through about 8 or 9 logos in my career, and it's just something that because people like to just see stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a dope logo, that's something people are gonna remember. So I mean, unless you know a graphic artist or somebody who's really good at that, I mean, hit up a site like Fiverr. So you get like my last logo, like the logo I have on my thing right now, my little DJ Iceman logo. I got that done on Fiverr for like $5. So are there companies to stay away from as far as sponsorships go? Not really. It just depends on what you want to go after. I can't say, stay away from this company, stay away from that company, because I mean, if they're willing to sponsor you, then or if you want to be sponsored by them, then there's something there. All right. Now, I will say, my last headphone company, 808 Audio, very good company. You know what I'm saying? Had some pretty decent products. The only problem I had with 808 Audio was communication. I could never get a hold of anybody. When my headphones went out, it took like a month and a half for somebody to get back to me. But Other than that, no, just go through whoever you want. Because the best thing is, especially for us guys who are not working on big budgets, you know what I'm saying, anything that's gonna cut your costs is gonna make you money. So I mean, even if it's a headphone company, you get 2 or 3 pairs of free headphones, that's what, $200-300 less that you have to spend, that you can put into something else that goes in your pocket, Even with the skins, a lot of DJs, customizing your equipment is hit or miss depending on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Some people just like the classic look of their equipment plain. Other people, like myself, I like to throw skins on it and customize it and make it look wild and crazy and let everybody know, hey, this is me, this is mine. But Style Flip has always been a really good company for me. They have really good and the good thing about Style Flip is that they don't only do DJ equipment. They do phones, they do headphones, they do iPads, iPods. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, laptops. So you can walk in with a whole setup with your logo on it. You know what I'm saying? And really, give your clients a double look. Because just imagine your CDJs, your mixer, they do banners, so you get a banner, you know what I'm saying, your laptop, your cell phone, all with your DJ company's logo. And it's done cheap.
Me like it.
I think the Style Flipping my laptop scan will probably be the next thing that we do. That and a facade. Yeah, I said it, a freaking facade. Do you guys have any questions for Iceman on the topics we're discussing? This is now is the time, because after today to get a question answered is going to be $49.95.
Plus a roaming charge if he on his way to a gig.
Hey, is there anything like during the process of negotiation or whatever for sponsorship? If you see, you should be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull out. I don't want to do this sponsorship anymore.
You know what? The best thing is just open communication. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a sponsor and you feel that maybe the relationship has run its course, just write them a nice little letter. Say, hey, listen, at this time, I thank you for sponsoring me. I appreciate it. At this time, I'm going to move in another direction. I think that, our relationship is running. It's like breaking up with somebody. You just got to do it easy.
Right. Okay. Cool.
That is a good idea.
And so, can I ask? Is the sponsorship just another way of having would you say another way of having a collaborative relationship, so that they're, you're sort of an advertising agent for them, and therefore they pay for that in a different way, not necessarily cash. So you're not going to necessarily be getting into bed with people that you don't know well or that you don't understand their product line or their mission. It's just who you want to have an arrangement with. Is that a pretty good break it down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Because like I said, when you're sponsored by somebody, you're putting your name, you're putting your stamp on them. All right, and if you want that to stand out, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, people are gonna look at who you're sponsored by. So it goes both ways. Because believe me, if you do something while you're sponsored, like say you're sponsored by Techniques, and you go out and you beat somebody to death with a Techniques turntable, they're gonna drop you like third period French because they don't want that associated with their name. and it goes the other way around. You know, and it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If all of a sudden they do something in their business practices that you don't agree with, then by all means, you know, distance yourself from them. You know, because your name is on that. You know, because you know not only clients but other DJs see that. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want your name ruined. Oh well, you know what I'm saying? Why you sticking up for them? You see what they just did? You know, so yeah, you may want to step away from a bad situation as well.
DJ Crank has an idea. He says he thinks we all should document our numbers as of today, and 30 days from now, see how we all have grown.
Boom. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
You know, the key word to this though is engagement. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, engage with your Twitter followers, engage with your Facebook followers, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a little video or a little, you know what I'm saying, say good morning every day. You know what I'm saying? See who says good morning back. It's all about interaction, you know, because all these companies are really changing up the way they do things, you know. Facebook, you know, YouTube just did a whole big switch off. So you know, back in the days, people would see something that don't make a lot of sense and question it. Now it's the norm. You know, there are guys out there right now since YouTube did this whole purge and change. There are guys out there who have like 20,000 views on a video and no comments. You know, back in the day, that was like, oh, this guy's buying fake followers. Now, since they switched everything up, that's not exactly the case. You know, last time when they did that big purge, a lot of people had to start from zero. You know, but I mean, even me, I get tons of views on my videos, maybe 4 likes, 2 or 3 comments. You know, it's not that, you know, they're not there. People just don't want to sit here and comment on it unless it really touches them or something.
What has been working for us here lately has been a combination of Instagram and YouTube. It's like Instagram, I'm kind of an Instagram whore for real. But it's starting to work because I had just think Friday, somebody asked, we booked the wedding off of an Instagram post from a wedding we did the day before on Thursday. And that was like the first time I seen Instagram translate into a positive business impact for us. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to be doing that more often. I'm definitely be putting the work in on the Instagram. And I've noticed from YouTube, we use that as a referral tool, you know, as our demo, so to speak. We're sending videos to potential clients and stuff. But most of our YouTube interaction seem to be other DJs, or depending on the video, hate mail. You know, we recently got some really racially negative comments, but you know that's another topic.
Yeah, but you know what? That's always going to happen, especially on social media. You're always going to have those board commandos out there. The whole thing is you can put in the content. So if you get a comment you don't like, just erase it. You know, and as far as YouTube goes, put together what's called what they call in the business a sizzle reel. All right, get all your highlights from all your weddings and all your events. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together in one nice video package, and you know, put some nice little music behind it, and post that on YouTube. That's something to show potential clients. You know what I'm saying? Show all these people having a good time, and like I said, if you can, you know what I'm saying, during your events or whatever, pull the bookers to the side, whoever booked the wedding or, you know, the bride and groom, and, you know, hey, how do you feel about the event? You know what I'm saying? Did you like what we did? Blah, blah, blah. And put that in there. Because when clients hear stuff from other clients, that goes a long way. Okay. Oh, and who do other stuff. You know, if you're a show DJ, if you do shows for rappers, or if you actually want to get sponsorships and stuff like that, another good thing to get is a really good EPK, a really good electronic press kit. All right, that is one of the things that's really going to make the sponsors look at you and be like, oh, okay, you know, because you have a package that's professional looking, and you know they have something to look at, they have something to go by. All right, and like I said earlier, the two questions you're going to hear is who are you and what have you done. So, and I actually made a short video about. A lot of DJs aren't in it for the awards and the accolades and stuff like that. All right, you know, I see DJs all the time. Oh, fuck them awards. Oh, I don't need that award. All right, and personally, it may not be a big thing, but professionally, those little things can go a long way. So if you've won any awards for your DJing, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's a local mixtape award, if you got appreciation from a radio station or anything like that, always put that in your bio and stuff like that. Because when clients see award-winning DJ, their eyes light up. You know what I'm saying? That's the wow factor. That's the exclusive factor. You know what I'm saying? Even if you didn't win but participated, all right? For 2 years, I did the DMC online, all right? And I didn't win, but I ranked in the top 15. You're damn right I put that in there. You know what I'm saying? When people see that, oh, wow, he competed in the DMCs? Oh, yeah, it works. You know? But, you know, basically, to wrap this up, when we get back, you know, on Facebook, when we get back onto the network page, everybody just put your Instagrams and your Twitters and your Facebooks and all that, you know what I'm saying? So that way we can all follow each other, you know what I'm saying? And start with that, you know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid to give props to another DJ. I see so many DJs, you know, all caught up in themselves and, you know, afraid to give props to the DJ. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Follow DJ J-Rock on Instagram. Hit up DJ. You know what I'm saying? Put that out there.
I agree. I agree. If you don't support no other DJ, support your fellow DJs in the network. And plus, the way I see it is, we all individual DJs. We got our own companies. In some cases, we might, like the East Coast guys, might compete for some of the same business, but I doubt it very seriously. Because there are a lot of DJs, but there's not a lot of serious DJs. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of potential clients between Baltimore and Northern Virginia alone. So it's more than enough work. And so it doesn't hurt you to support a fellow DJ. You know, it doesn't support you to, you know, send work to a fellow DJ and vice versa, bring them in as a sub and stuff like that. You know, at the same time, you know, you discuss, you know, DJ etiquette. You know, I'm not going to come to your gig where I'm helping you and hand out my business card. If I come to a gig and I'm helping you, I'm representing your company. You know, it's just my personal, you know, that's just how we do, you know, our personal take. And, you know, it don't work.
Yeah, true that, man. I understand that. You know, my thing is, we have a lot of DJs. They they don't like helping one another, and that's how it's always been here. You know, from me being a DJ from way back from the 70s, 50-year-old veteran. You know, I know, and I know the DJ etiquette. Just like you said, you never go to an event and you hand out your business card while you support another DJ. That's dead wrong. That's dead wrong right there. We need more DJs that's, you know, don't mind to jump out there when a DJ is in trouble, you know, called, like, for example, Rule sent a text out to me yesterday, Facebook. He was in a jam, and I'm like maybe, what, about 40 minutes away from him. I told him I'll be right there, and I came straight to him. You know, and that's what we need. You know, that's you know, if we have more people like that and help one another out in the business and everything, we you know, be all right.
Okay, so to that end, I know we got to wrap up. Iceman, you said that. I want to say, as a co-facilitator, thank you so much for your time and your energy. You blew up the network earlier this week with some tips, and then you did it again here, so I guess your purpose has been served. I'm very thankful and feel upgraded, you know what I'm saying? I hope my swag becomes evident within the group. I hope y'all see that. And as a newbie, and not necessarily with the camera though, because Jay and the kids and I, we've been on it for a minute. So I'm willing to work with anybody and share with anybody who is new to gig logging, who is new to feeling comfortable on the camera, representing themselves. If anybody wants to work on that as a side project, just following up on that question that I asked earlier, how have you grown? How do you want to grow? And what could you share with other people to help them grow? Something that I can share is helping people work with the gig logs and feeling comfortable with that type of presentation. So if you need help with that, get at me, let me know. I see Danny T rocking my work. I see Dre was rocking my work too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm already out there like that, you know, get at me.
This girl.
Oh, and something else I'm gonna put up too is along with, you know, the flyers and stuff you out there, video intros too. And I use Sony Vegas, and there's a lot of free templates for that too, as far as doing video intros. And I'll post a few of mine in the room just to see what I'm talking about. Off the chain, trust me.
All right. Thanks a lot, Iceman.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So
Appreciate
I think
you.
we got a few minutes left. So,
Appreciate you.
uh-huh.
I was telling Iceman I
Oh, we
appreciate it.
got-
I appreciate it.
Oh, okay, okay.
And of course, if y'all want to get out, Anderson or Iceman is my wife. If you want to check out the website, it's www.djiceman.net. DJ_Iceman on Twitter. DJ_Iceman_73 on Instagram. I'll post all that in the room. So if y'all have any other questions or need to get at me about something, don't hesitate. I'm always here.
Salute, salute. As a fairly new group of, I guess, Facebook group or whatever, I've been getting questions. What are the prerequisites for being a member of our Facebook group? You know, and it's not like, you know, the goal for this group is to be, you know, have 100,000 members or 12,000 members and be the next DJ Cafe. You know, that's not the goal. The goal is really just to network with DJs that's striving to be better.
Better as business people as well. Like that's the growth financially, the growth as well as representation in the industry. I mean commercially, like got associated with money.
And so, and as a group, we should, start to talk about, what type of folks do we want to have, in the network, because we've been getting a lot of requests, and for every request that we get, before I approve them, I go and look at the page. If I don't see a page of a person that looks like a working DJ, or a DJ that's doing gig logs, or a DJ that's doing product reviews, or a DJ that's even posting blends or anything, I don't approve the person to join the group. Because I don't know about you guys, but I like to share resources and things, and I just don't want a group full of people to just send back waiting for the next Dropbox link.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, okay. But and with that being said, DJ Beloved and I, we got some resources on our end that we're going to be sharing recently. Now we have a 4 terabyte MyCloud that we are decommissioning from our everyday use, and we was gonna sell it, $100 or something, but we decided why not just make it a resource for the for the network. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I like the idea.
Make it work.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's a great idea because a lot of stuff I'd like to share with a lot of people as well.
So yeah, I would need
Okay,
a
so
I would need a like
As far as those of us that. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
it's basically we will have our own cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody will have a username and password, and the way to be structured, each member of the network will have their folder area. Let's say, for example, DJ Beloved have her folder that if she's out and about and she need to drop something or whatever, it'll be there. Or it also to be a public folder to share. It's public for not the general world in a sense, but for all the users of the cloud. It'll be a common area where we could drop docs. And I just did a new contract. Y'all check this out. If you like it, use it. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just really help each other not have to keep reinventing the wheel. And even resource documents. Like, for example, DJ Beloved and I, we stay looking at different videos on how to do stuff. And then we can have a Word doc in there that can have a list of videos that we found most useful. Everybody can add stuff to the document or what have you. But just, general stuff like that. Not necessarily just to share music,
Right.
but just, the other supporting stuff that we could help each other grow with.
So y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. As long as we put that like a table, you eat from the table, you put something back on the table.
Agreed. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
that was gonna be my next thing. I was gonna say for everybody who's down with it, I'll start the thread in the group. If you could give, at least 2 criteria that you feel is fair. The men in my family go by the model of if a man won't work, break his plate. I think that's fair. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to do things that would allow for others to benefit, then I feel you should fall back from being a beneficiary. So if everybody could, be willing to share what they think is a fair criteria for sharing, then, because I don't know about you guys, but I spent time developing crates and selecting pieces with a plethora of stuff that is called music. And so I'm not really interested in helping another person just be a person out there playing music and getting in my way.
So. And was another thing, as you add people to the group, just make sure that they are people that's serious about the art form, serious about the craft, and not just somebody that's going to be at it and not post and not participate in the conversation. You know, as it relates to the group membership, we are not playing the numbers game. You know, we don't need a lot of numbers to make the group be powerful. You know, I just want a tight group of people that's just serious for the most part. And also I want to thank everybody that gave me soca song names.
Thank you.
The soca song names that you guys gave, they hit hard, and it was a success on Thursday at the wedding. And the operative word I said gave me song names. I didn't ask anybody for any music. But see, and sometimes in the sharing, it's not about sharing files. It's the information. What you telling me what worked at your events is way better for me than sending me 5,000 soca songs. Mm-hmm. Because see, my issue is that we have a ton of soca music, but until recently, I didn't do soca. Listen to soca music, but I like it now, especially after seeing the response at this wedding. I want to learn everything about it.
Yes, because the dude came over to the booth. He was like, "This is very good music. You want me to tell you what this song is telling me?" I said, "What is this song telling you?" He said, "The song is telling me, walk over there and get another Cavassier." I said, "Well, then walk on, brother, walk on."
Nice.
So I said, if this song make a brother want to walk and get some Cavassier, I want to know some more about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I need to know, and I need to know at least 5 more joints.
Mm-hmm.
And in closing, if there's anything DJ Beloved and I can do to assist you guys, don't hesitate to hit us up on the phone, Facebook, whatever. You know. Everybody should have my phone number. Just keep in mind we're on the East Coast, and I have little kids in the house. So around 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern,
AM.
12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I normally ignore my phone. But up until 11:30 at night, you can hit me up. If it's a Friday or Saturday and you need gig support, we all gotta support each other. Emergency requests, you had a gig, somebody asking for a song, you don't have it, and it's a deal breaker. We email each other the songs. The gig support, I like that.
Yeah, gig support, like the Geek Squad. The DJ buddy on call. But yeah, and to that end, I want to say thank you very much to Danny T. He worked with us at a gig on Thursday, and he was very professional. And our business tagline is exceed the culture. And so I feel like this is the second time that we worked with him with a couple that did not have a wedding coordinator. And sometimes you just got to roll with it. And it's an event where the risk and the responsibility is high at a wedding. And so I just want to say publicly thank you to him for showing up with the appropriate swag on time and ready to rock, and being very kind and pleasant to the bride and groom, the client that we shared. And, so I appreciate that, and I look forward to opportunities to doing that with other people as well. I love to travel, so I'm all about coming to other places and working with other people, or even in town too. So again, thanks, Danny.
Any closing comments?
I would just like to publicly salute DJ Drake coming through yesterday. Once I sent that bat signal out, he responded right away. So greatly appreciate it. My brother.
All right.
No problem, man. Anytime.
All right, so the next meeting will be in 2 weeks. We can start to talk about throw ideas out there for topics of discussion and everything. And also feel free. Let's keep the group growing and keep it moving. Hey, anything you want to say?
No, that's it. Peace out.
All right, everybody, have a good night or good morning, depending on where you at.
Yeah, depending on where you are. If you're in my tomorrow, what's up?
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night.